Welcome to this week's video tutorial where I'm going to show you how to pin a pin on Pinterest from your computer. This video is going to include Pinterest description tips, how to add a URL, where to actually send people to, and don't worry, this video is very beginner friendly. So if you are a small business owner considering using Pinterest to market your business in 2021, this video is for you. And as always, make sure that you hit that red subscribe button below and the notification bell because every single week I am releasing new social media marketing tips for small business owners. So if that's you, make sure that you subscribe now. So what is a pin? A pin is basically an idea represented by an image and saved by a Pinterest user. So creating an enticing pin that is going to get clicked on is something that is super important, and I actually covered it in a previous video and I'm going to link that right up here. And another thing that's really important is to make sure that you write an effective description for each of your pins so that way it is found by the right audience who are actually looking to buy. All right, so why don't we go over to my computer right now and I'm going to show you how to pin your very first pin. All right, so here we are on my computer, and before we actually pin the pin, I want to show you where the pin is going to go. So we're actually in my blog, and I selected this particular one, which is how to grow a thriving Facebook group. And this is basically a vlog. So it's a video that I embedded from my YouTube channel onto my blog, onto my website. So this is just what it looks like. It has a brief description about what the video is about, and people can click on it and watch it here, or they can go over to YouTube and watch it there as well. And right here is my pin. So this is where your pin is going to lead them. But the other thing is you can actually have your pin from your blog lead back to Pinterest. So if I was to click on this, it takes me to my original pin that I pinned on Pinterest. So this is what that looks like, and here is the description for that particular pin. So because I've already pinned this pin, I have a description for it. I'm going to just copy and paste the actual description, and then I'll show you later on where to put that. So I'm going to just copy. Okay, so you can go from your home page or you can go from one of your pins, doesn't matter. At the very top, you'll see where it says create. So first you're going to click on that, create, and create pin. All right, so there's a couple of things here. This is where you actually upload your pin. This is where you add the title of your pin. Here's where you put the description. And here's where you put the destination link, or otherwise known as the URL. Okay, so before we go into the next step, if you are having trouble with Pinterest, or this is something that completely overwhelms you, or you just don't have time and you're looking for some help, Pinterest marketing is something that I offer, so I can actually design, write, create the pins for you. And if you want to inquire about that, I'm going to put my email in the description below, so make sure you send me an email and we'll go from there. So what I first like to do is I like to put the description in because I've already actually copied it. So I'm going to just put that in right away. Okay, and then when it comes to the description, you really want to use words and phrases that are likely going to be found by people who are searching for that particular pin. So for example, this was a guest that I had on the YouTube channel, and her name was Martine Cadet. So if anybody is searching Martine Cadet, she could potentially pop up for this. So I'm going to leave her name in there. And then it shares her top secrets on how to build a successful Facebook group. So how to build a successful Facebook group was one of the key phrases that I found people were searching for. So that's why I put that in there. She knows her stuff because not only has she mastered how to grow a business with Facebook groups, again, how to grow a business with Facebook groups was a really good keyword that was often searched. So I put that in there. Speak on their behalf, and she was offered her own talk show. So another pin that I did was talking about how to get offered your own talk show by having a Facebook group. So that's why that's in there. So you kind of get the point. So you really want to make sure that you are finding keywords or key phrases that people are actually searching for, and then you want to write that in your copy and kind of make it flow so it's not just keyword phrase, keyword phrase. Another thing that you want to do, and you kind of have to be careful because Pinterest only gives you about 140 characters to actually put in the description. You want to add hashtags. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take a couple of these words away. Okay, so I just took that away because essentially I just want to add a couple of hashtags. So a hashtag that I would want to add is something like hashtag Facebook groups. Okay, so hashtag Facebook groups, hashtag Facebook marketing, and hashtag FB groups. So if anyone's searching any of those hashtags in the search bar on Pinterest, that is something that could potentially have your pin found. So next, what I like to do is I like to add the pin at this point. You can either click on this and then search through your computer to actually find your pin, or you can just simply, if you have your pin pulled up, you can just simply drag and drop it over. So that's what I'm going to do because I have it pulled up right here. And you just simply drag and release. So one of the reasons that I like to do this is because I always name my pins when I'm saving them in Canva, and then the title is right on the pin. So what I like to do is I like to slowly click on it and then click again. So you don't want to double click because it's going to actually pull up the pin. If you click, wait a little bit, and then click it again, it'll actually highlight the title. I do copy. And then I just paste it into here, and it kind of saves me the step of actually having to write out the entire title. Okay, so we have the title here, how to grow a successful Facebook group, which is also a keyword rich title. And I'm definitely going to do another video separately on, again, just really finding the right keywords. But for now, I just want to keep this really simple and have it to be all about uploading the actual pin itself. Okay. So next, what you want to do is you want to add the destination link, which is right here. So most of the time I do send my pins to my blog. Sometimes I send it directly to YouTube, but I like to mix it up a bit. It has been said that Pinterest actually favors pins that go to blogs. So that's why I always try to put it to my blog. If you are enjoying this video so far, please let me know by clicking that like button, and also by you clicking the like button, it supports my channel and helps this video reach more small business owners just like you. Okay, so once I'm in my blog, all I do is I copy my URL right here and I simply add it here, and that's it. And one of the last things that you need to do is you need to choose which board you want to pin this pin to. So for this one, I'm going to just click right up here. And I'll scroll down to something that is social media related. Okay, so social media for small business would be very appropriate. I'm going to just click on that. And then I'm just going to say publish. Okay, and then see your pin. So you can just double check your pin to see what it actually looks like to users. And there it is. Okay, so now that you actually have this pin pinned, you can actually double check to see if it actually does lead the user to where you want by simply clicking the link on the pin. And voila, it actually does lead to the blog that I wanted it to. So that's a way that you can double check. I've never actually had issues with this. Occasionally what does happen sometimes is if I've forgotten to publish my video and I'm kind of doing my Pinterest before I actually publish the video, sometimes it'll say that the URL isn't found or something like that. But most of the time this just works perfectly, but I always like to double check. Now, if you wanted to pin this pin to another board, you simply just go to another board right here and click on the board, and it gets saved there as well. Okay, so now you know how to properly pin a pin. So the next thing that's going to be really important for you to know is how to actually create your board so that your pins get found. And I'm going to cover that in one of my next videos. So make sure that you're subscribed and you have that notification bell turned on so you don't miss that video. So for now, I will see you in my next video right over here. Bye for now.